Right then, there's a quick walk around video for an absolutely stunning Lexus. This is a GS250 Luxury, 62 plates, one of the first of this new shape, or newer shape. This car's covered just 52,000 miles from new, 2 owners, and it has a full Lexus service history comprising 11 services, all done by the same Lexus main dealer. It really is one of the very best you're going to see out there. So to go around the car, front of the car, nicely styled front end, lights and lenses clear and intact, there's no cracks or compensation there. On it, if there's any stove chips, they are very, very minor indeed, because I can't see anything that jumps out immediately at me. Near side of the car, beautifully smooth in the panel work, can't see any obvious car parking limitations at all. Near side front alloy, beautiful condition. A couple of nice signs of ownership. I know they're tiny. Little Lexus emblems on your tyre caps there. Also, when you open the doors, you've got a nicely illuminated Lexus sign that comes underneath, and you've got a couple of other little Lexus things inside. Someone's literally loved and cherished this car. It's blindingly obvious when you walk around it because it is simply beautiful. On the back, again, really, really clean and tidy. Going to the offside, driver's side of the vehicle. Again, absolutely beautifully smooth. It really is incredibly clean. I sold a few of these, and I think this one, I've sold some lovely ones. I think this one wins the award as the cleanest of all of them. I've had some very, very clean ones indeed. That is an astonishing car in every single way. Let's come into the boot area, absolutely cavernous boot. As you can see there, load liner fitted. It looks pretty much like new back here. Let's come into the back. This beautiful ivory colour leather, or I'm not sure what the colour is, I used to call it open beige, it's not, it's lighter than that. But it's been kept in absolutely beautiful condition. As you can see, what I was referring to, little Lexus additions into all of the door pockets. As I said, someone has truly loved this car. Let's come to the front on the passenger side. Again, lovely and clean. And likewise, all your little Lexus bits in there. Full set of original Lexus mats in the vehicle. Passenger seat. Hardly looks as though it's ever really been sat on. Finally coming to the front, driver's door card. Again, absolutely beautiful. Footwell area is lovely and clean. Driver's seat again, and, you know, for a 11-12-year-old car, absolutely amazing condition, really. Right, so inside the car now, gorgeous interior, absolutely beautifully made, and the condition is extraordinary. Sat nav, as you can see, working absolutely perfectly there. We'll come to reverse, you've got the rear parking camera working likewise. And to carry on down, climate control, heated and cooled seats. A wonderful machine. And up to the dashboard. Hopefully you can see 51,250 miles, and there are no warning lights on the dashboard at all. Finally, just to show you, owner's manual pack and lock and wheel nut key, all here and present with. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for a Lexus GS250 Luxury. The car's registered LM62VXR, and with a mileage of just 51,250 miles. The reason for our videos, and especially actually this road test section, is to ensure that if anyone's looking at any of our cars online, they get to see the very car advertised actually in operation. The reason for that is simple. It's because, like a whole host of people, we've been to see cars which have looked absolutely fine in photographs or description, but only to get there and find out when you drive the car it's got a fundamental issue which you'd much rather know about before heading off. Also done on these very quiet country roads in this beautiful part of Gloucestershire. This actually forms part of the road test route we take our customers on, and the hope is obviously it'll be representative of what you'd feel yourself if offered a test drive in the car. So coming to the car, as you'll know from me blithering on about it in the first section, it is an exceptional car in the way it's been maintained and owned, and it is immediately obvious when you drive the car. It's got that feel of a car that's been absolutely loved, not just how it looks but how it drives. push button start, engine starts instantly and settles to a completely smooth, even idle. There are no warning lights on the dashboard at all. The one is going to ping on any second because it's getting low on fuel, so that's the only one that's going to be on the car. Temperature gauge running sort of between a third and a half, which is exactly where it's meant to be on a Lexus when up to operating temperature. The engine is glorious. It's whisper quiet going along. You can hardly hear it, especially cruising, but when you do put your foot down, you're greeted with music to the ears of most people who like engines. It's got that typically silky V6 sound. So put a foot down there. It's just such a sweet edge to the it can be heard, but just enough, and that's it. It's glorious. Power deliveries, very linear. It picks up very quickly and easily, but it just keeps going. It breathes deep as it revs high. You can use the engine in 3 modes. It defaults into normal mode when you start. Twist this little button to the left, and knob rather turns to the left. Goes into eco mode, so it's a slightly softer throttle response. Push it down to go back to normal, and if you want, twist it to the right, and you're in sport mode. And it is much quicker to respond. The gearbox is quicker to respond. The software is set up for that. 99% of the time, I'm going to be brutally honest with you, you stay at normal, and it's very, very happy in that. But a wonderful unit. Gearbox, again, typical Lexus gearbox, beautifully done. Gear changes are all but imperceptible on the move. Like the engine, they've got a reputation for being incredibly strong and reliable over quite enormous mileages as well. Moving on to the steering and chassis of the car. This is a luxury car. It isn't a sports car. They're not trying to be a BMW M5 or whatever. But what it gives you is this. It glides through corners. They've moved it on from the last GS, which I always loved. It's still got a very compliant, sort of wafty ride, so it's designed to sort of give you comfort over and above anything else. But more than it had in the past, it's got the ability to go through corners far flatter. It feels much more nimble on the road, and the steering is part of it. Very accurate, very precise, nicely weighted. Tracks dead straight. There's no vibrations at this speed or any speed up the legal limit. But the chassis is wonderful. It's just go through corners. It flows. It really does. But as I said, they're not sports cars. If you want something really sporty, it wouldn't be the car for you. If you want something that's going to get you, across continents in absolute comfort, it will do a fantastic job across all kinds of roads. Incidentally, absolutely no rattles, clunks, nothing, no noise from underneath whatsoever. It's solid as a drum. Brakes are fantastic on the car, powerful, meaty, no pulsing, no vibrations going back to the brake pedals, so all in fine order. And then we come inside, and if people want to know what build quality really is, they should jump in one of these at this sort of vintage. Many of its competitors will start to feel creaky and old and a bit, even with low mileage they can. This is now 12 years old, and I might as well be sitting in a new car. No rattles, no squeaks, built out the lovely materials that they use in here. So it still feels relatively modern inside as well, but you sit in it, you're immediately at home. Fantastic seats, multitude of adjustments of course, incredibly comfortable, yet they hold you in place as well. But the dash layout is beautifully done. High up display, recessed deep, so you don't get a lot of glare on it, especially on days like today. All working perfectly. Likewise, the climate control system, which gives you a dual zone setup, so you can have different temperatures side to side, and that pumps out lovely cold air, because we tried it in a nice warm workshop earlier on, by the way. Heated and vented seats, so again, all working exactly as they should. And then you've got controls down here, mouse pad to control your upper display. Within a day or two of driving, you've mastered it, but the layout, the ergonomics, the detailing of everything is absolutely beautiful. Even things like this little analog clock here, which obviously at night glows beautifully. It's just really, really classy. The whole feel is something that's, you know, a notch above virtually anything else. And then you've got this gorgeous dashboard display. It's so simple, but it's just the detailing, the labelling again, the crispness of the information it imparts to you. You know, no one betters that. And then you've got this lovely leather-bound steering wheel. As you'll probably guessed, I rather like this car, and I cannot fault it in any way. It drives absolutely beautifully.